So we typically ask goofy warm up questions, and here's one. So if you could bring any scientist or hominid back from prehistory and sit down and have a beer or a glass of wine with them and ask them what they think about the modern world and what they would do, who or what would it be?
Okay, so my nerd answer for the which scientist would I bring back, it would have to be Darwin, right? I mean, maybe it's just because I finished writing this article that talks, a lot about his sort of work on the origin of humans, and I'm just thinking about him a lot. But I just think that he would be so thrilled to see everything that's been discovered about the origin of humans. So that's my nerd choice. Wait, but these are all nerd choices. So for which hominin would I bring back?
Let's just call it a nerdy combo.
I mean, oh gosh, this is a hard one. But I think I have. Can I give you two? So I'm just gonna give you two. I have like an abiding love of Neanderthals. I just think they're fascinating because they're our closest relatives, and they did a lot of things like us, but they were also distinctive. And I would just like to kind of see them in action, and kind of like confirm my hunch that we have a lot more in common than they've maybe been given credit for in the past. The other one would have to be Homo floresiensis because it's such a weirdo. I mean, and it lived really recently in evolutionary terms. So, I mean, yeah, those would be my two.
I'm totally on board with that. It would be just fantastic. We have a little section we're going to talk about Homo floresiensis at some point, so let's not talk about too much now. But I got to ask you,
good.
have you done the 23andMe thing and like figured out how much Neanderthal you have in your genome?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And actually I did the 23andMe and I did Genographic, and then I wrote about them because they gave me different results. And I'm trying to remember exactly what they were off the top of my head. I think it was something like one gave me 2.1% Neanderthal and the other one was 2.9%. And then Genographic was also looking for Denisovan DNA, and I had some of that too, like maybe 1.4% or something like that.
Lucky you.
Yeah, wow. But you gotta take those with a grain of salt, I think. But it was super fun, and that's totally the only reason why I did those was to get that information.
So Marty and I did them in the fall because this last fall we talked to some 23andMe scientists on the podcast and just talked about their process and how do they associate SNPs with traits. And I don't remember our percentages, Marty, but I think we both were above average Neanderthal, which was thrilling to me.
Depends on how you want to say it. I think I beat you out. Meaning
you had more.
Neanderthal.
Yes,
as if it was
I love that it's a competition.
All right, we're gonna end up talking about all the material we should actually be doing an interview here. Let's do one other quick warm. I think we're warm, Kate, but I have one other quick one to ask you anyway. What's a non-science or non-journalism skill? Besides, you mentioned bird watching when we talked recently. Besides those things, what kind of hobbies do you have that you do outside of day-to-day work?
I love to cook, and it's my main procrastination device. So when I have a deadline coming up, you can be assured that there is some like ace cooking happening in my house.
Awesome.
Well, that's perfect. Our other question that I guess I have to ask you now is, what is the best food you make?
Oh gosh. Oh no. I can't. I don't even know. I mean, I love to bake, I don't know. I'm like deep into tomatoes right now. It's peak tomato season. And so my body composition is like 98% tomato at the moment.
Do you grow your own?
Yes, but it has been heartbreak. I have had deer, I've had rabbits, I've had chipmunks like feasting on the cherry tomatoes. So it's just been it's been a really tragic summer in the garden department. But I'm just buying loads of tomatoes at the farm stand, and the tomatoes that the chipmunks will leave me will go into garnish a salad. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have a real specialty.
Awesome. Well, we'll be over about 5 o'clock
This is a
today.
good
So
sign.
Yeah.
Exactly.